Hello, everybody. Mike Trudell here with assistant coach Teresa Edwards for T's 5 number 2. What's up, T?
Hey, Mike. Just happy to be by your side.
Well, we appreciate that. Before we get into our T's 5 for this week, I think I may have gotten us in a little trouble.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, Noelle Quinn and Shea Murphy were outside for the Lynx reading timeout today, and I sort of promised that we would take them on in 2-on-2, and I said that we would win.
What?
Yeah.
In other words, I got to do the work?
Well, I mean, you're a 5-time Olympian. You're a Hall of Famer.
On paper.
I feel like you should still be able to carry the road. They're both rookies.
On
and I
paper.
figure if I just kind of hold my weight a little bit, don't shoot too much, and let you carry us, we should be all right.
You're putting a lot of stock into an old gal, but I'll see what I can do. It's always like a woman carrying the load for a man. I got you, man. They're rookies. We might get by.
Well, they were talking a lot of noise about it, so we'll have to kind of see. We'll make sure to update you next week if we do get that game going, but we don't want to get anybody hurt.
Do me a favor. Check with me next time before you start running off at the mouth.
Okay, my bad. Well, listen, let's talk about a basketball topic now.
Okay, that's my thing.
Your girl Svetlana Brosimova has really been terrific since the All-Star break. About 16 points, 5 rebounds, and kind of carrying that offensive load a little bit. I know you don't want to put pressure on her, but when Simone goes out of the game. So talk about how Svet's really been able to pick it up for the Lynx.
I think most impressive about Svetlana so far this season to me is she's been confident, and she's playing hard. She's come in and she's worked really hard. She started slow because she started behind everyone. But once she got into her groove and she began to insert her own talent, her skills, her athletic ability into what we were doing here, her game took off. So I'm very impressed with that. I'm very impressed with the receptive manner of behavior in which she approached this season. And I think in the long run now it's paying off for her. She's having fun. She's working hard. And she's actually become a player that we can count on day in and day out. And, my hat goes off to her because she's put it in and she's getting something out of it. And I think Z's pretty pleased thus far.
Not only that, but Svetlana actually 4th in the WNBA in three-point shooting percentage, so that doesn't hurt.
Oh, I'm not a big stat person, but as long as she goes out and plays consistent and keep giving it to us and helping us out and, doing what she does and giving her gift to the game and, filling in when Simone steps out, that's been a big plus for us.
So you didn't know your stats when you were balling? Is that what you're saying?
No, I only knew the W column. I wanted to win. Oh, it's just not about me, man.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Well, let's move on to somebody that probably knows her scoring average only because it's second in the league, Simone Augustus. Okay, 22.7 points a game at last check. And the game I want to talk about was 2 weeks ago against Sacramento.
Awesome game.
15 for 26, 39 points, her career high. And you've seen her in the zone before, but what was different about that game?
Well, first of all, I can't say enough good things about Simone. I've just been so impressed with the kid, her personality, her work ethics, her leadership skills. Even though they're not verbal, she leads by examples. She puts it in as an athlete that already has a lot of talent. So I have a lot of respect for the kid, and that doesn't come from me easy. So with that said, Simone went out in the Sacramento game and probably gave one of the best offensive games I've seen. She just wasn't going to let us lose that game. And every time she touched the ball, you just had a feel that it was going to go in. And she makes great decisions with the ball or without the ball. And there's other facets of the game she will continue to work on and even get better. With a player like that, it's hard to see it, but it's coming. It's coming. She's going to be a dominant player.
Well, you've talked about wanting to see that killer instinct from Simone, and did she have a little bit of that in Sacramento?
She really did on the offensive end of the floor. Now we're gonna put that on the defensive end of the floor, put that whole package together, you're going to see a heck of a player. I really do believe she's coming. I mean, you got to remember, she's 2 years out of college. She's not there. She's still got more.
Now, again, the young Lynx, excuse me there, what does the mean? You know what that means? Got a little tongue-tied, but Noelle Quinn, Q's who I wanted to talk about.
Tossing dimes.
Well, tossing dimes, but in the last 9 games especially, averaging about 7.7 assists. Okay, and she hasn't been turning the ball over, so this is something that's really nice to see in Lindsey Harding's absence. Q really throwing that ball around.
Well, I think the thing that you have to be aware of with Q is it's a different pace game from college for her now. And then when she got thrown into the fire, we didn't know what to expect, but I think Q was sitting there waiting and to show us and to prove things to us. And now she's gravitated slowly to the position of, this is the team that I have to carry. I have to step in and be a leader out here on the floor. The one thing that I'm hoping that comes sooner than later is her attacking mentality on offense with the ball and being confident, because teams are starting to pressure her thinking that she can't handle it. I have a lot of confidence in her. I know she can handle it. She can see the floor better than any player I've ever seen thus far this year. So I think she can distribute the ball so well that she has to always present herself as I'm most confident dribbling the ball as well.
We'll have to check with PR guy John Erickson, but I think she's already 5th or 6th in the Lynx history in terms of assists.
Oh, she's awesome. Really, the more she plays, the better she's going to become, and it's going to be some history-making moments for her.
But hopefully she won't get too many dimes when we play her 2-on-2 with Shea.
Let's move on, man.
You guard her, I'll guard Shay. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the last thing we want to clarify from last week, people were a little bit upset about how you painted Minnesota. You were talking about ATL and putting up signs and the whole deal. And, I mean, you got to remember where you are, T.
I got to remember where I come from, too, man. I got to go back there. You know, those are my people. I love it there. Hey, the weather.
Right.
I like the heat. I like the humidity.
It's hot out here right now.
I love the green. It's almost year-round green in Georgia. I love
That's
the beautiful
not even
sunshine.
true.
I love, man, come on, the parks.
Can you say something good about our state, please?
Oh, I love Minnesota. I never said I didn't love it.
That's what they wanted to hear. That's what they wanted to hear. All right, so Minnesota, she loves you. We'll be back next week with 5 new topics from T, and hopefully we won't get beat too bad by Shay and Noel if we do play them. Do you think it's even going to go down there? Probably not.
Knowing you, Mike, it will go down because I know how competitive you are, and knowing me, I'll have to carry the load for this guy.
All right, we've heard that before. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.